Hi, I'm Andy Garcia, and I'm here in support of Heartbeat of a Planet, where the music lives.
Hey, I'm Phil.
And I'm Erin, and this is Heartbeat of a Planet.
Stay tuned.
Loving this language as a universal tone moves as a melody through the hearts of everyone. Sing from your soul, the spirit that we share. Magical music spreading power everywhere. Let your body move, pulsing with the groove. Everybody's dancing through the heartbeat of a planet. Heartbeat of a planet. Let your body move, pulsing with the groove. Everybody's dancing through the heartbeat of a planet.
That's right, it's another week. I'm Phil.
And I'm Erin, and this is Heartbeat of a Planet.
Who have we got in store with us
Today
today?
we have the lovely Mikhail Seeley joining us, singer-songwriter extraordinaire. You get to hear her lovely voice a little later on in the show.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yes.
It's hot.
It is hot, but lovely.
So
At
did
the
you have
same time.
have an easy journey getting here today?
No, actually, not so much.
Was it the GPS couldn't read the direction?
Yeah, the GPS did not think that your location existed.
Wow.
I'm sorry for not sending a zip code.
Oh my gosh, don't worry about it. But it just didn't know that this place existed, and the zip code, I guess, is the key to...
I blame the station owner. I think he's encrypted the location. So
Encrypted.
That, so
Yeah.
that no one can find
No
it
one can
accidentally.
find them.
So
Top secret.
where did we see this wonderful lady play?
Well, if you can't remember, I'll remind you.
I can remember.
We were walking down 3rd Street in Santa Monica,
Right.
a lovely day.
It was.
It was a very lovely day, and we passed some musicians who were not as impressive as others we've encountered. And then we came upon Mikhail, and she was frustrated because some of the musicians who were not as good were very loud, and she was sitting there with her guitar.
Basically, there was these two girls singing or doing something on the street, making a lot of noise and doing this weird stage show. And to the point where Erin went, we can't watch this anymore because I am uncomfortable. And we walked a little bit further down to find you speaking about them, which instantly made us stop and listen to you.
It's funny that, I thought, wow, it might be something rude for me to say, but they were so loud.
They were really loud.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Especially the one. I mean, I know you're not meant to slate people, but I'm good at that, as everyone knows. They were awful. If you ever see them, you'll know who I'm talking about on 3rd Street.
If you ever see them.
Well, you'll know what I'm talking about. Just keep on walking.
Just
Keep on walking.
Don't make eye contact.
No.
It's hard. I mean, I think a reason... it didn't necessarily make me upset, but it was difficult. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to you want people to hear what you're doing as well.
Yeah, and the worst part was they had like lots of equipment. They were like fully amped up.
Right, and then the speakers were like faced towards me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You
then
know,
you're sitting there with your guitar and your amazing voice trying to be heard over the top of all that.
Right, with like my little baby converter that we had. Or generator.
I found it hilarious. She started speaking about them, and it was like, oh, she's making fun of them, and all of a sudden it was like,
No, she's serious.
she's serious. This girl doesn't mess around.
Yeah,
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Salt Lake City, which is just a 10-hour drive from here.
Just a 10-hour drive.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's a long drive.
4 more hours, and that's the whole of my country.
Oh, wow.
I've got the whole of the UK
There you
by
go,
Northern
yeah.
Ireland, so
Yeah.
it's pretty far.
Yeah, I guess so. And I'm depending on traffic, as you guys know. But I was born and raised in Salt Lake, lived in the same house, growing up, and very interesting culture there in Utah, if you've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's quite the experience. Very nice people.
It's beautiful there, though.
It's very beautiful. It's really beautiful. I mean, I didn't realize that until moving out here. Not that California is not beautiful. mean, it's got its own different beauty, I think.
Yeah.
But there, I mean, you're surrounded with mountains. You know,
in
that
the
are-
winter when there's snow, it's gorgeous.
And it's exactly. I think the fall. I mean, for me, I miss the seasons. I mean, I don't know how many seasons do you guys get? All the
Yeah,
seasons?
we get all the
There
seasons.
were 4.
Okay.
We get 4. I mean, I've never seen 5, but I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting out
We
for
get
that.
4 here too. They just
We don't
kind of
get
all look the
anything.
same.
But it rains a lot there.
Oh,
That is the
rain's
one thing I know.
awful.
Okay.
I don't miss the rain. It's the first time in my life being
Yeah.
out here when it does rain. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
If I land in England, if I flew to England tomorrow and I land and it'd be raining, I'd be like, oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Grey, boring, miserable.
Yeah, I think if it's too long, but I think that isn't that why? In a sense, I think that's almost why. I mean, we're getting totally off
That's
like
okay.
topic.
That's all right.
But I kind of have come to a conclusion that might be why there's a lot of like really great artists that come from there.
Because we're all depressed and
Yeah,
there's so
really
much
does.
to talk about.
And it happens. The same thing happens with Sweden.
Yeah.
I mean, Sweden's like a huge place for music. In a sense, like there's a lot of songwriters, and I'm learning more and more about a lot of songwriters are from there. Like Max Martin, and he's one of the biggest songwriters right now. And I'm like, I swear to God, it's because like it's dark for a long period of time and cold and miserable, and you've got to like, you know.
That's why all that English,
gotta
like,
sound great.
quite a lot of the English music these days is just like there's a depressness on it, you know.
What do you
like,
mean these days? It's
it's
always been that way.
The Beatles were always happy and cheerful.
Well, that's because they were on drugs.
That's true. You can forget about the rain. Take acid, kids. If it rains too much, just get on the acid and you'll forget about everything. Everyone will be happy.
That's great. Yeah, you should start. Yeah, promoting that.
Yeah. Phil, the
Um,
acid promoter.
Yes, but I'm from Salt Lake, and I came out here after high school. I more or less sort of graduated a little bit early, focused on music. Some of my teachers...
More or less, which wasn't more or less.
I mean, I graduated like 3 months earlier.
Okay.
mean,
So
I-
more. You graduated more.
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah, exactly.
Not less.
Exactly. You'll get to know that a lot of things that come out of my mouth don't make sense. But they make sense in my own mind, not to the rest of the world. But I graduated a little bit early to focus on music. A lot of my teachers sort of told me like, "Oh, you're too focused on music." And I just sort of knew by the age of 14, I sort of knew that I wanted to do this and do it and be serious about it and make a living. And so I did performances in Utah for about probably about for about 4 or 5 years or so, for about 5 years, and started playing 2-hour restaurant gigs and festivals and fairs and theaters and small venues and all that. So did that, and it was great, and loved being with my family. But I knew that I wanted just to taste something a little bit different. And of course, what a better place in California. And went out here to go to college and did a 6-month program at Musicians Institute in Hollywood, and made a lot of connections and learned a lot and what it kind of takes to be an independent artist. They say that these days it's hard to just walk into a label and say, I want you to develop me and invest in my... And then they're like, okay, well, do you have material that's ready, radio ready? Do you have a brand, and do you have this and this and this? And so I kind of thought, well, I'm kind of a control freak anyway, so I thought, well, I might as well just try to do it on my own in a sense. And so I've been here for 2 years, and just trying new things. I still work at a music management company called 72 Music Management, and I'm working there, and I also do booking agent work. I book a band out of Nashville called the Smoking Flowers, and so I did it sort of on the business side, but also trying to see if I can sort of sustain.
I would imagine that would help you with your own music as well.
It does, but I also I've been just trying to focus more on music because I tend to do things too much for other people in a sense. Not that I don't enjoy it, and not that they're not awesome people and doing great things, But at the end of the day, I came out here for one reason, and that was to be a full-time musician. So now I have like more residency gigs and playing still promo shows and still playing in Hollywood. I played at Republic of Pie last night, and yeah, so I'm playing out a lot, and I'm recording just doing the whole thing.
So tell us about this Republic of Pie.
Yeah, so Republic of Pie is a cafe, but it's not your usual cafe, only because they have music every night. So they have a little stage and a spotlight, and they now have like a monitor, and it's like a pretty nice setup that you go in, and they're really artist friendly, you know. So they're really great. I really love all the people that work there, and Sophie is the one that books for that. And a lot of my friends, I mean, I know a lot of people that play there, and sort of my network of singer-songwriters, we all sort of find ourselves playing there on various nights. But yeah, it's a cafe in North Hollywood, right on Magnolia, I think. So cool.
Do you have any more shows booked there?
Yeah, I do. I have a show on the 11th, so this Saturday,
Right.
at a place called Copa Vida. And it's a very, elegant cafe kind of vibe. The guy who books me, his name is Lane, and he makes a mean cappuccino. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good barista.
Yeah.
Barista. I don't even know how to say it.
Barista. How do you say that?
I don't know. I'm not even going to attempt it. So.
I shouldn't have even gone for it, but whatever he is, he's really good at it. And
Whatever you are, you're
yeah,
really good.
you're really great.
At that.
So he's cool, and I go in and just play a 2-hour set, and it's a fun little
A
environment.
2-hour set.
Yeah,
That's a really long set.
What time?
yeah, from 7 to 9.
7 to 9?
Yeah, so Pasadena, Old Town, I really sort of enjoy that area, so
I used to
I'm
work
there a
there,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, all the little shops, and it's more normal people than Hollywood,
That's true.
which I got really used. I thought that Hollywood was so normal after a while.
Hollywood was normal. I don't know if I can ever get to that in my life. These are normal people in Hollywood. There's a midget dressed as Tina Turner. This is the most normal person I've ever met.
Well, and I think when I realized that it was too normal for me was when I had an incident where I was just, coming up to turn onto Hollywood Boulevard, taking a right, and waiting for people to walk by and all that. And a guy, flung himself onto, my hood of my car and was,
Oh my God.
kind of having a seizure of some sort. And it's sad. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's sad. But I don't know. I was just so focused on whatever I was doing that it literally took me a few seconds to even realize what happened. But I was like, this is not good for this to be normal. This is, because I
Normal
didn't even
every
really
day.
even react. It was like, the guy just flung himself onto your car.
As they do.
Normal.
Fourth time this week. Fourth guy this week on the hood of the car. Welcome to Hollywood.
But I think
folks.
also you just tend to zone it out. I have
Yeah.
to walk to Musicians Institute every day. So you're going up Highland and then you go on to Hollywood, and you just have to zone that out. I mean, if you in a sense, you have to be a little bit numb to it, because who knows who's going to be following you home, or
Yeah.
or just some really interesting stuff. But yeah,
So there's normal people in Utah then, I'm gathering.
I think it's a different kind of weird, to tell you
Is
the
it
truth.
is it desert in Utah?
It's a lot of desert, but Salt Lake is less desert. I think only because people believe in lawns. And
Right.
it's almost like when you go to Las Vegas, it's parts you don't really feel like it's a desert, but
Yeah.
it is, kind of vibe. But I do think that Salt Lake in itself is more humid than the rest of the state.
Right, okay.
So you've got, the mountains are in the spring are really green and beautiful, and it's almost as if you were in Sweden or something, or I guess Norway. But
Is it where I want to go, Utah? Is that where those
Yeah.
things are?
Yes.
oh, I was going to say
We want
yes.
to
you
go
gotta
to
go.
like Bryce Canyon.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's where I want to go.
I mean,
so.
I think it has the most national parks out of any state. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I think it's close. It's up
Wow.
there. So yeah, you've got
It is
Zion's,
amazing.
Canyonlands,
Yeah.
Go, guys. Want to see those things?
Bryce. You've got a bunch of really
What are
lovely
those
places.
things called?
The Red Rock Formations. I
The
don't
Red
know what
Rock
they're-
Formations
I don't know
are
what
like
they're called.
Goblin Valley.
Well, what's the name for
For
them?
what they
I know what you're saying.
I
but
call them thingies.
thingies.
Those thingies.
Right, is it kind of where like the big rock is on top of like a skinnier...
Yeah, that's what.
I don't know what it's called actually.
They've got them.
Big Rock,
They've got
Skinny
a
Rock.
bunch of them in Bryce Canyon.
Yeah.
And, like around in like
What
other
are they
places.
called? I
Like,
was
I
just
don't know. I
there.
know your dad would
my
know
dad
this.
does
yeah.
know what they're called.
Thingies, Skinny Rock, or
Thingies.
Big
Call
Rock.
Gary. Call Gary.
Skinny
Find
Rock,
out.
Big Rock.
It's like cool soul. Cool guy.
Yeah, that's I should know that. Yeah.
Being from now, disappointed.
Well, I mean, you know, you're from Salt Lake. Is you don't see that kind of stuff. It's just mountains and suburbs and lots of Mormon churches.
Right. Okay.
I've only been there in the winter, and everything was
really?
covered in snow. It was
Oh,
so pretty.
well, that's nice too.
Yeah.
The worst is when it's like not covered in snow, but it's had snowed like 2 weeks before.
Oh.
You know, it's all muddy and gloomy and
I was
gross
there
and
for a
dead.
funeral.
Oh,
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was my grandfather who'd lived there in the last part of his life, but I'd only met him a
okay.
couple of times in my
oh
life.
wow, yeah.
But I did notice while we were there, coming from Southern California, and you go there, and it's
Right.
very different in terms of the type of people that you see.
Yeah.
And so I was there for 3 days, I think, and in the entire time I was there, I counted 3 non-white people,
Yeah.
3 people that were not white, like
Not
of
white.
any color, and they were together.
Yeah.
They were a group.
Stick together in a group. We'll make
got
it
to.
through
And I
here
remember I was
alive.
13 when I was there, and I remember noticing that and just being like, where am I? What
It's
is
getting
going
to be
on?
more diverse probably
Yeah.
now
It's
than
like
it
going to
was.
Scotland. You go up there and you see a coloured
True.
person. And
That's
you're
really
like,
white though.
what's going on? Are you allowed here?
Well, and there's certain parts, you know, I mean, I think one of the schools there that's close to downtown has like about 60% Hispanics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it kind of depends, but a lot of like the suburban areas, and if you kind of get south, like into like Provo area, I really don't think I've ever seen like anybody that's not white, you know? Which is why I really, and it's funny because when I grew up, I ended up finding myself like the people that weren't white and the people that were from, so like, you know, I had like a friend that was Mexican, a friend that was African American, and a friend that was Brazilian, Bosnian, and Colombian. They were like,
You were like creating your
and
rainbow
like the
tribe.
This
Persians.
is
There's like the
my
Persians. I was like, this is. I think I'm really fascinated with culture and
Mm.
just people that are from different places. So that I like that a lot
Yeah.
out here. So my mom was saying, I just love she you know, all moms sort of check up on your Facebook.
Yeah.
And they know like way more than you do about other people's lives and stuff. How do you know that? Oh yeah, so and so's girlfriend. I just don't think she doesn't, you know, this or that, or I'm like, I've never even met her. To tell you the truth.
No, we have girlfriends, to be honest.
How did you even know? Oh, I was checking out his Facebook and saw that he was like in a relationship. I was like, oh. So
Came up.
but she was like, I loved, you know, the minute you moved to California, that all of your friends, their names weren't like Brown and Smith and Jackson. It was like things that I couldn't even pronounce, you know, and like they're from Sweden and Japan and Iceland, you know, all these places. So it's fun.
Yeah.
So, are we going to cut to one of these wonderful songs that
She's gonna play live.
she is going to play live?
She's
you're
gonna
right.
play live. If she's, are you up for playing live?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So
We're not cutting to any songs.
No.
You're gonna.
this is live, okay, everyone. This is completely live.
all
Don't
live.
listen to me. No one does. I don't even listen to myself.
But the song
sometimes.
that we're not gonna cut to, that you're actually gonna play live right now,
Yeah.
that's called Cold Shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what is that about?
Cold shoulder is basically the fear you have of a relationship. So that was a song that I wrote when I first sort of discovered that I might be in love. It was really scary. You know?
It can be very scary.
It was very scary for
Yeah.
me. For some reason, it was like, I don't know. I just didn't know. I didn't know what to think of it. So it was like, I'm a very suspicious person. Like, what do you
The
got
look
planned?
on your face was sort of
Maybe
like,
because I'm a suspicious person, but we won't get into it. No. But,
We'll come back to that later.
no, I was just trying to see, like, I think what happened was I had a realization of, like, why would I have been scared? It was my first relationship. But then it's new, you know, and you don't really know. So that's that. So
perfectly
the
normal,
cold
but-
shoulder is in reference to my cold shoulder of literally shoving off the emotion of, like, I like you. It's like,
I don't like you.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Wait, what? We're together? Yeah. So,
Okay, well, I look forward to hearing this.
yeah. Thank you.
This is cold shoulder, folks.
And it's live.
Not cut to.
She walks into the room, stealing glances with her high heels on. With a brand new perfume, she's about to make a move on him. Soon she'll take a seat, strike up a conversation. Let her know that in her mind tonight's just a lie. So she thinks cold shoulder, turns her back before left starts, keeping distance from his heart. She plays another card, he thinks she took it way too far, but he doesn't understand. She longs to feel his head on her. Cold shoulder, turns her back before left starts, keeping distance from his heart. Cold shoulder, she may not realize it now, that it's love that she has found. Da, 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 da. Oh, oh, oh. I've been broken too many times, seen what love can do. That's why I've tossed it to the side now. It's not a game we play for the things I feel. I wish that you would stay cold shoulder. She may not realize it now, that it's love that she has found. Cold shoulder, turns her back before left start, keeping distance from his heart. Ooh, cold.
And we're back. That was Cold Shoulder by the one and only.
Mikhail Seeley,
That's
who
right.
is here today as our guest. That was awesome. You
Thank
got an amazing voice.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Appreciate it.
So did you instantly just start singing like that when you were younger? Just come out with that deep and powerful voice?
I always had a deeper sort of voice, like tone to my voice, actually. So when I was younger, I had that as well. But I always thought I was decent, at least. But according to my brothers, I wasn't. They can tell you stories. Like, I would be singing my grandma, like, making up a melody and, like, some lyrics to a lullaby.
Right.
And we would be in our motorhome. We always traveled in the motorhome, Yellowstone, everywhere. And I'd be singing her to sleep, you know, and being the nice granddaughter that I am. And my brothers would be like, as I'm singing the lullaby, like, shut up, I'm trying to sleep. Like, this is horrible. I'm like, this is no lullaby that I've ever heard. Kind of.
Have they changed their minds now?
Yeah. I think they enjoy it now.
So a lot of
I thought I had always had a decent voice, but apparently I couldn't sing. I don't know. I don't remember too much.
I'm sure it was just brothers being brothers.
Maybe.
so vacations were traveling in a motorhome.
That's what my
Yeah.
That's
vacations
what-
were like.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's an American thing, isn't it?
A
It
little
is
bit.
partly an American
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
But you don't have very far to go.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. But Europe's on our doorstep.
That's true.
And flights are really cheap.
Are you, but you can't really. Can you take a motorhome onto a ferry?
Onto
Take
the
it?
ferry or the Channel Tunnel, yeah.
You can take a motorhome onto the ferry.
You can take a motorhome onto the Channel Tunnel.
Can you really?
Yeah, you can take a lorry or a...
But I mean,
Right.
can you imagine trying to take like a big motorhome through the streets of like small streets
That's
of
a,
Italy,
That's a good point. That's a good point. Down the cobblestone.
or like you know?
I'm sure people have done it.
And I think also like just the luxury idea that Americans have to like everything's got to be huge
Yeah.
and big, you know,
Yeah.
like so like you always have to have the biggest motorhome and the biggest boat and you know the biggest,
And the biggest
yacht.
meal.
Yeah, or could
biggest
you imagine
portion
like
of
pulling up
fries.
to a place in like some little tiny town in Europe? Be like, what do you mean there's no full hookups?
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna
What do you mean you
pop
don't
out
have
the side
double
of the
spaces for
RV?
Yeah, I mean, and you even, I mean, I guess trucks have to, like semi trucks.
Yeah, that's what you're
Have to
saying.
go
More.
through
than
that.
Yeah,
that.
they go on you can go on the Channel Tunnel, so under the ocean, through the tunnel.
Oh, interesting.
So
yeah.
we're not third world back there, you know. We can make things work. Everything doesn't...
Refrigerators?
We have
You
fridges.
even have refrigerators?
We have fridges, yeah.
Wow, and you've even shortened it to
A
fridge.
fridge, yeah.
Wow, you're
we're-
that advanced.
We're that advanced.
Wow.
Oh,
We created the internet. An English person created the World Wide Web.
What are you
Remember that.
talking about? Al Gore created the internet.
Al Gore.
But anyway, my dad just was over here a couple of weeks back,
Uh-huh.
and I mean, he's been to America loads of times.
Mm-hmm.
But every time he sat down, he orders food, and he's like, "I don't need so much food
Yeah.
for. There's everything's giant over here.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, I mean, Cheesecake Factory's a joke.
Oh, yeah.
You
I mean,
could,
it's
three
like-
of you could eat in one dish.
Yeah. It's insane. It's really crazy, yeah. That's
Food wastage.
or it's the complete opposite, and they give you portions that you can't even hardly see.
Yeah.
It's like this is my meal. So it's just
The French portion.
And
Yeah,
let's
is that
get
it?
off that conversation because
Yes, 'cause
Erin's
Phil's gonna-
already given me that look.
Phil's gonna
Please,
get
I've heard
really
enough
bitter.
of you slating about America for 1 year.
I know how you feel. I have a Swedish boyfriend, and it is not easy.
Where in Sweden? is
He's like he cringes to the American flag. It's
Yes,
like
those,
this cringe of like
It's just.
I know, and we could talk about it. I totally feel for you, but
I need to. I love America. Love the American flag. Just remember that when my green card comes round. I love you guys. Pledge my allegiance. That's about
my
you'll get it.
okay. One thing that I found out was really weird yesterday is the fact that Texas has its own pledge.
They do?
Yeah,
Really?
look it up. I kid you not.
What
Pledge
is it?
my
Do
allegiance
you
to
do
the
it?
gun.
It's literally like the whole God part of the of the U.S.
Yeah.
pledge, but instead of saying the U.S. or one world or one nation
Yeah.
under God, it's literally like one Texas under God.
One Texas
Yes.
under God.
Like one state under God.
wow.
Literally, I looked it up. I was with a friend when we were sitting at Republic of Pride chatting about Texas, and
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, they make you, you in school, you grow up doing the pledge, but then right after we did our nation's pledge, you would do the Texas pledge.
Oh, they
And
do
it's-
both?
Yes. So you do both, and then you have to have a moment of silence. I'm assuming he didn't really understand why, but I'm assuming for
To
like
hear the gunshots.
the soldiers that have been from Texas or something.
Very interesting. Well,
It
I
was
know that
interesting.
They've
I don't know
never
if they
given
still
up
do
their
that, though.
dreams of secession, so
Yeah.
I'm sure they're just like, well, we already got the pledge, so
Yeah.
as soon as we're able to leave,
Yeah.
we got that settled.
Right.
Wild
Yeah.
Texas.
I don't know if they still do that, but yeah.
Texas.
Crazy.
Strange.
I
place.
definitely looked it up and looked at the lyrics and everything. It's
The
fascinating.
lyrics to the pledge.
Yeah.
I like that.
We're gonna look that up and come back to it at the end of the show.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a break right now for an airplane.
So we're back again, folks. Sorry about that short little break. So who are we here with again?
Well, You keep forgetting her name.
No, I
It's
just,
not very
I
nice.
just
She's
make-
sitting right here.
I'm sorry, Mikhail Seeley.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, you said it.
I got it right.
Yeah.
Let me check my emails again. No.
No, no worries.
So Mikhail, you have some shows coming up.
Yes. I have the one on the 11th in Pasadena.
So October 11th.
October 11th, so it's
in
this Saturday.
3 days. Okay.
Yes.
Pasadenans, get down there.
Yes.
And where's
So,
that at in
in
Pasadena?
the Old Town, Pasadena.
What's the name of the venue?
Copa Vida.
Copa Vida.
Yeah. So it's a cool, like I said, it's very elegant. Like, you can order a nice kale salad, for instance.
Oh, very nice.
But like it's really tasty. They have really tasty food, and it's a great environment. The next show after that I have is on October 24th,
Okay.
and that's at a hotel called the Renaissance Hotel near LAX. And that's a fun one because the lady that runs that, her name is Brittany, really sweet lady. She is really passionate about music and is very music friendly. I show up, they have a nice little Bose system all set up and ready, and I bring me and 2 other friends that are musicians to come, and it's always changing, always different people every time. And I do this every month, so it's a singer-songwriter round, so it's Nashville style. So you've got 3 people on the stage the entire time, and I sing a song, this. So it's everyone's
Like
Oh,
that.
very cool.
continuously
that.
singing songs. And if you feel the need or the urge to sing some harmonies or maybe add a guitar lick or whatever it is that you play, it just sort of, sometimes it sort of turns into a cool little jam session
That's awesome.
as well. So that's
wicked.
they do that. They have that actually every Friday night. Different musicians host the night, and it's a cool thing that I like that they
And
do.
you host it once a month?
Yes, once a month.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then, so that's on the 24th, and that is from 9 to 11, actually.
What day of the week is that? Do you know?
It's on a Friday.
Okay, so Friday the 24th, 9
Yeah.
to 11
Yeah.
at the Renaissance Hotel.
Right, and then I also, last thing, is I play at I don't know if you can call it a temple. It's just a really cool building where really cool people show up and want to do really cool things with their lives. That's basically how I can describe it.
Right.
Okay.
Like motivated people that are really cool, and I've met a lot of really honest, genuine people there that are creators, that are in the entertainment business, not in the entertainment business. I mean, all ages. And I sing at a meditation service that they have every Sunday at 11 a.m.
Oh, cool.
And no, 11. It's at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Yeah, not 11. 10 a.m.
Okay.
And my friend Ben Decker, he does the guided meditation. So you walk in and you like basically all sit down on these little like yoga, or not yoga, meditation chairs that are like on the ground, and it's a very peaceful environment, stained glass windows. It's a really old temple. It's over 100 years old. And it's in Venice. And we all sort of sit down. It's kind of a community vibe. Everyone's hanging out for a little bit, and then they have a guest speaker every week that changes. And then I play a song every week, and then there's the guided meditation, and everyone just does a nice little synchronized om at the end, and it's very peaceful, very relaxing. It's kind of what gets me through my week in a sense.
And what's that called?
It's called, the place is called Full Circle.
Right, okay.
So if you look up Full Circle Venice, but the event, they have different events like on Friday nights they have music as well, called That Cool Music Thing. It's ran by different people, but it's the same, it's in the same place that I go to as well. But the meditation is called Resonate.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah, so it's super lovely, and it's become one of my little passions that I do. I don't know, it's just nice. I don't know. It beats going to regular church for me.
It sounds nice.
For me.
Yeah, I'm not a regular church.
I'm like, unless
person.
you've got food. No.
So,
What, the little wafer and the
Yeah,
red wine, those
beautiful
don't count
wafer
as
of red
food?
wine.
Well, and the funny thing is one time somebody asked me, like, so are you Mormon? Are you not Mormon? And I was like, well, I'm not Mormon. And to tell you the truth, it's honestly because the little piece of sacrament bread that they give you in a little cup of water is just not enough. And they were like mildly disturbed, because it's supposed to be so symbolic. But yeah, I just thought it,
Were you raised Mormon?
I was baptized at 8, I don't think I even knew what it meant, but I knew that it was a nice thing to do. And so I got baptized, and my mom, and I don't even think my parents said, hey, you should get baptized. I just think I had known about it in a sense. And I was like, well, that would be a good thing. Like, I'll get baptized. And so I did that when I was 8, and they, dunk you under the water. And
Is it like full submersion?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're in a tub of water? And
Yeah,
you go,
tub.
Oh, wow.
My uncle, was the one that, baptized me. And,
Have you
but yeah.
forgiven him?
No,
your fear of water yet?
Come on. But I mean, by association, in a sense, I'm still Mormon. I think I'm still sort of in the books and all that. So unless I, come to them and say, hey,
But you weren't like raised actively in that faith.
not really actively, no. So our family growing up was like the Jack Mormon.
The Jack Mormon.
That's what they call not the relaxed, but the more like most Mormons don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
But our family did, but we still considered ourselves Mormon.
Okay. It's what they refer to as
They don't
caffeine.
drink coffee.
Yeah, no, they can't have caffeine.
Right, what else do
Well,
they drink?
that's debatable.
Are they
The
allowed
whole
wine?
caffeine thing is super
It's
debatable now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Are
They
allowed
claim
alcohol?
no alcohol.
I'm definitely out.
But I like that I grew up in that environment in a sense because it taught me a lot about family values and how important that is. I mean, I still live by a lot of the values that I grew up with, just with my surroundings, and I, treat people kindly and all that good stuff is really great. But yeah, not Mormon.
Like the church are breaking bread and wine,
Yeah.
right? So why they give you these horrible little wafers? Because that picture of Jesus, he's breaking a nice French
He does
baguette.
have like a big loaf, doesn't
Yeah, I
he?
mean,
Pictures?
I would actually go to church if it was like, here, a little bit of French baguette, here's a nice little glass of some Rioja.
You got some balsamic. you got
Oh,
some-
let's
Yeah.
do it. I'm there every week
When I
now.
was growing up, so we had I don't know what it was like where you went to church, but when I went to church, we had the waxy circles. Did you
Yeah,
have
I've
those?
had one of them once.
Okay, and then we got this other priest, this new priest that came in, and he switched to this kind of squishy brown bread, and it was actually much better than the waxy wafers. But then that priest got arrested for molesting kids, and we had to go back to the waxy wafers.
But I went, so obviously going to school back in the day, I used to have to go to church every morning at school,
Yeah.
right? So it's school I went to, I had to go to church every morning,
Mm-hmm.
and every Sunday at
What
the
kind of
beginning of
Church of England,
Church
that's all
of
they got
England.
over
That's
there.
all we got.
It's just the Church of England.
And then, so I was never really down with it myself. I like the hymns. I was always down with hymns.
yeah.
I still
I was
sing
always
them
down
in
for
the
that too.
shower. Still.
Yeah.
I love my hymns. But yeah, it wasn't until I was about, I think, 18, I went to a Christmas service, and at the end of it was on Christmas Eve, and at the end during it, they did the bread and wine. And I thought, I've got to give this a go. I've never given it a go. And I went up there, and I was like, this crap piece of whatever it was. And some nasty wine that someone else's lips had been on. Many people's lips had been on. I remember being like, it's Christmas. Can you give me some nice bread? Maybe a little cake or something? No.
Had you
Cheap.
already? Now you
That's
sound
all I
like an
can-
American.
Cheap.
That's
That's
a-
all I can say.
Well, maybe you should start the gourmet church.
How many of these churches have taken the profits? Cheap. Where's my good bread and where's my good wine? Let me down.
And that's all he has to say on the matter.
There we go. Crossed off my list.
And that was the end of religion for Phil.
That was the end of
Bad bread
religion.
and bad wine. I'm out of here.
So what's the next song that Michaela's going to play live for us?
Do you know what you're gonna play next?
Third song, I think.
No, your second song. I think it's
Oh yeah, second.
We're not cutting to it. This is live, folks. You better
I think you told
understand.
me you're gonna play a song called Too Soon.
Yeah, Too Soon.
And what's that about?
Too Soon is the after effects of going into the relationship that I was originally scared
The one
of.
oh okay, the culture. So I like that we're building a story here
Right.
with these songs.
Yes.
Okay.
Sort of ish. The third one's sort of out of place. I think it might be out of place in the loop, but this is basically just about coming out of a relationship and realizing that maybe. For me, it was just the realization that maybe I was just a little bit too young to fully understand.
So
a
maybe
lot
you
of
were
things.
right to be scared.
In a sense.
Maybe you're right
Maybe.
just to give.
I mean,
you
you
should
can
have
try to
just
look at that.
gave him the cold shoulder.
At the same time, but then you've got to take risks, right?
That's
I mean,
true.
you can't go through life and not take risks, and it wasn't a negative thing for my life. It ended up being a really positive thing, but it's just certain things I realized that I wasn't really ready to completely love. You know, I mean, when you're like, I started the relationship at like 17, so I think it's a lot. I just, you know.
So first love was at 17.
17, yeah, 16, I think 16, 17, and it lasted almost 4 years.
Wow.
That's a long time.
Yeah, but
That's
that's a
good.
very Utah thing as well. You gotta like marry your high school sweetheart and all that. But I wasn't like, you know, it was always just having fun, and we didn't ever think about marriage or anything. But, yeah.
So there you have it, folks.
Okay.
If you're 17 and you're thinking about the cold shoulder, just give it to them.
Give
It's
'em
never
that
too
cold
soon
shoulder.
to give them the cold shoulder. But anyway,
Exactly.
this is Mikhail's Seeley. Too soon.
Remember the first time we first met. It tasted like cinnamon. Give me a sip. Your eyes spoke of love with you. Put me under your spell. These kisses will last forever. That was easy to tell. Oh, I learned too soon. I learned too soon. It was lovely while it lasted. Now ready for self-esteem. Oh, I learned too soon. Remember the first time we broke up. Months after months went by, and we were still in love. Woman, now I cry. I thought it was enough. The second time proved to us still too young. Oh, I love too soon. And I love you too soon. It was lovely while it lasted. Now ready for self-defense. Oh, I love too soon. Loved you too soon. Whisper in my ear, I'll never let you go. Put me a diamond ring, just so I would know. Just because it shines and sparkles doesn't mean it's meant to be. That this love is everlasting. My Prince Charming lied to me, said we live happily. Oh, I loved you too soon. And I loved you too soon. It was lovely while it lasted, but we're not ready for selflessness. Oh, I loved you too soon. Loved you too soon. Oh, I loved you too soon. Oh, I loved you too soon. It was lovely while it lasted. Not ready for self-esteem. Oh, I loved you too soon. too soon.
I know what you're thinking, we're back too soon. Anyway, that was Too Soon by Mikhail Seeley.
He's got it.
There we have
You
it, we're
remembered
back
your
in the
name.
room.
Yeah.
I was just going to throw it over to you. But anyway, before we carry on, I want to know, where can people find you online?
Yeah. Google. No. I've had somebody say that though. They're like, just Google me. I'm like, you didn't even tell me your name. Like, you should just know me. But no, actually, don't Google it because there's some weird things now. You can find me at Mikhail Seeley, so MCKAILSEELY.com. And I actually have a brand new website up that has all like updated shows and updated photos and videos and like music that they can listen to. They can download that first song for free, Cold Shoulder. They can download on my
Awesome.
website. And yeah.
What about Facebook, Twitter?
Yeah, Facebook. You can find all that stuff via my website, from my website.
Oh, okay.
But also, yeah, I'm on Facebook, Twitter. Most of it's always just under Mikhail Seeley, all lowercase. Besides Facebook is Mikhail Seeley fan page. And YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. Just to be
SoundCloud?
professional. SoundCloud, yeah. Yeah. So
There you have it. Make
Yeah.
sure you get clicking, typing away on that computer of yours.
Yeah.
You won't regret it.
Thank you.
So we got another song?
Yes.
What's this one called?
This one is called Come Home.
And what's it about?
This is about the middle of the relationship.
Oh,
where,
okay. Oh, now we're doing a flashback.
Yes, this
So
is the flashback.
We saw the beginning, we saw the end, now we're doing the flashback.
Yes, and the
Okay.
flashback. Well, you haven't seen the real end.
Oh.
You saw the first end of like the first half of the relationship. There was a second half, but we'll get to it. It's
Okay.
complex.
That's in part 2.
Yes. And this song is about just, Come Home. It's just about that feeling of missing somebody and yeah, probably a little unhealthy in a sense, but it's a little bit needier and dependable, more dependent than I thought.
But you were
Nowadays.
17.
Yeah.
So it's understandable.
Yeah, exactly.
17, she knew everything.
Yep.
Just like every 17-year-old does.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so this is Come Home then.
Yes.
Looking out into the dark night, all I see is the cat's eyes. We're both a little silent, but the thoughts in my head. Without you, I feel like I'm lost. Feeling just about this spot. It's getting harder to hold myself together. When you come home, I won't let you go, babe. I won't let you go. Oh no, the ground was no easy fall. Now I'm waking up to 101 words about my love and I'm with his words. They convinced me it would be just a while until I felt your nice bright warm smile. Without you, oh, I am freezing. When you come home, I won't let you go, babe. I won't let you go. Oh no. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-da-da-da-da. about my love along with his words.
Was Come Home, and this is Mikhail Seeley.
So is your first album just about that whole relationship?
No, actually. These songs are pulled from various places. But the first album was just, I think there was only one love song, actually, in that entire album. That was sort of the post-love. So,
Right.
You don't really want to write about love if you don't really know even what it is and all that. And so now the songs that I write now are just a mix as well. Like the ones that I've most recently been writing, and that is something that I'm actually currently working on, a new album that will be released like the first half of the year next year.
Oh, very exciting.
Yeah, so it's exciting. It's most likely going to be an EP, not a full length, probably about 6 or 7 songs.
Okay.
And that I'm really excited for, only because I feel like I'm, more and more you come into your artistry and you kind of know more and more who you are as you get older as well, and what you like. And so I'm, my first album, I think I was just sort of, this is what I wrote, but this next album, it has a lot of intention, it has a lot of purpose and meaning, and I'm really excited. It's more of an art piece for me this time.
Do we have a name yet?
You know what? We don't. We have a few that I'm thinking of, but nothing that's really struck me.
How many of the songs have you written so far?
About 3 out of the 6 or 7. So it's, right now my focus is actually doing a lot of co-writes and just doing a lot of songwriting.
That's awesome.
Yep. So I'm trying to get the creative vibes flowing so I can, get some cool songs on this one.
Very cool. So
Yeah.
you have one more song for us, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what's that one?
That is called Grace, and that's actually the song that could be considered for the album.
Oh, beautiful. So that's maybe going on the new album.
Yeah. So get a little sneak peek.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So here we are. It's Mikhail Seeley, Grace.
Shut up, birds.
All right.
Looked at me with those bright eyes, said, I've never heard your song. That one day you set me down and told me I don't love you anymore. My heart stopped and I fell down, thinking your words can't be true. Do I go? Tell me what to do, dear. Oh, I'm so lost when I think of losing you. Take a step back and let grace step in. Take a step back and let grace. Take a step back and let grace step in. For I know that I've got to let it go. 2 months and 14 days you came knocking at my door. What a fool I was to let you in after you broke me once before. And as the nights grew too cold, I told myself it will get warmer in the day. But after the sun woke up, quickly turned to rain, I convinced myself our situation situation would change. Take a step back and let grace step in. Take a step back and let grace. Take a step back and let grace step in. For I know that I've got to let it go. Sometimes I still miss you. The heart's hard to control. I try my best to love you, and one day my love will grow. As long as I have faith that I'll find somebody new, grace, I'll leave it up to you. They say you gotta take control, you gotta grab the horns and ride the bull, but you know it's not always how it is. So take a step back and let grace step in. Take a step back and let grace. Take a step back and let grace step in. For I know that I've got to let it go. For I know that I've got no control. I know that I've got to let it go.
We just want to say thank you so much for coming
Yeah.
in today. It's been
Thank
amazing
you.
having you,
Yeah,
and
it's been
you've
fun.
got an incredible voice, and we look forward to seeing you more.
Yeah.
And once again, what is your website?
McKelseely.com.
Perfectly. Will you spell that for us?
Yeah, it's McKailseely.
Perfect. There you have it. Make sure you get on there. Check out everything that's going on with her. She has been fantastic today, hasn't she?
Absolutely fantastic.
Your voice is amazing. Your
Thank
songs
you.
are really good, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So we'll see you all next week, same time, Thursday, 6 p.m. on Excite Radio, KXSR.
It's been wonderful, amazing, and beautiful. See you guys next week. Bye.
This is the KXSR Digital Broadcast Network.